Hello friends, welcome to my lecture. We will try to define routing in this lecture. Let us take an example on how you will be manufacturing a tapered rod from the given uniform rod. You have a metal rod which is of certain length and you are supposed to cut this rod into a size that is given in the specifications, and you will have to taper each piece of the rod to ensure the diameters on both sides are meeting the specifications. So the first step is you need to set up your cutting machine to cut the rod into the pieces of the given size. So you divided the rod into the size that you needed to taper, and for cutting the rod to size you may be requiring a machine or a tool. After that you need a different machinery and the skills to taper each of these pieces. So you taper the piece of rod to the given size. That means you will be having a specified diameter on one side and another value of diameter on the other side of the piece of rod. You taper the piece of rod using a lathe machine. And this piece of rod which is tapered requires some sort of a cleaning. You clean the tapered rod using another tool. Finally, you inspect the piece to understand the slope of the taper, the diameters on both sides, and also the quality of the tapering that is done. If the inspection passes the piece, that means if the results are satisfactory, the tapered piece of rod will move to the stores. So what did we understand from this? The routing provides the information on how you will be manufacturing a tapered piece of rod. For that, the information that is provided by routing includes the list of operations to be performed. In the previous illustration, you must have seen you needed a cutting machine, you needed a tapering machine, you needed a cleaning tool or a machine, and then you needed a inspecting tools and measurement tools. In addition, you must have noticed for cutting the pieces it required some specific skills of a person. Similarly, it required a tapering machine. So there should be a skilled worker who should be operating the lathe machine to taper the piece of rod. So you understand there has to be mention of what kind of skilled labor is required, what kind of machine is required, what is the operation to be performed, where it has to be performed, what kind of setup has to be done. So that entire information is given by routing in the form of list of operations to be performed, the sequence of operations to be performed, the machines, tools and skills required to perform each of the operation, and the place where the operation is performed. This is more relevant in case of job shop environment where you have different work centers which will be grouping the machines and skilled labor of certain character. For example, you will have all the cutting machines in one department called a work center. Similarly, you will have another work center which will be having all the lathe machines and the corresponding skilled workers. That information is provided in work center. Work center plays a big role in capacity planning as well. and the time taken for each operation on which component the operation has to be performed. Let us have a look at a typical routing sheet. You have a operation code or number and the work center where this operation is performed. Then you have the description of the operation followed by how long the setup will take for the specific operation and what is the runtime. Finally, kind of skilled worker who should be performing the operation. This is the typical routing sheet, but there are more pieces of information, especially after lot of software and ERPs are developed. You have privilege to add more information. Pre-operation time, post-operation time, the text information to include some guidelines, instructions while performing the operation. Tool and machine number to be used in the operation. For example, you know you have to use a wrench for certain operation, but you may not be knowing the size of the wrench. There will be different numbers. So you may also want to know what is that information. The relation between operation and the component undergoing operation. That relation can be maintained in the software to show that this operation is mapped to this component. In other words, this operation will be executed on the specific component mapped. There are a few other pieces of information I wanted to mention here. If it is process manufacturing, the process definition is in the form of a recipe or what is called as process routing in many ERPs. If it is an assemble to order manufacturing, the operations that you have seen can include some optional operations. These optional operations are applicable depending on what components or features are selected by customer. The routing can be different for the same item depending on the multiple factors like the quantity, grade, and other parameters. I hope you understood a few things about production routing. Thank you.